Okay, so it's not often that I kind of lose my marbles when I see a package and get excited about it. There's been a few packages that I've been using and thoroughly enjoy, but as far as video editing goes, I started off way back in the day with Sony Vegas, and yeah, then it just became Vegas. And then I also use Camtasia for my screen recordings, which I'm using now. And then the other application that I was using or actually thought on getting a bit deeper into was DaVinci Resolve, because it is the industry standard for color grading and all that. But I wanted a middle of the road application that I could use when it came to be something like almost a DaVinci features that we could do there. And it had to be Camtasia, and it had to be Sony Vegas, a kind of a combination. So it won't be strong in every actual area, but primarily the features would be all there. And I came across a video clip, and they were talking about CapCut, and I went like, I've downloaded CapCut. I use it on my phone, and it's small here, or on a tablet. You kind of get the hang of it, but it looked like a kind of TikTok and Instagram posting thing. And I was looking for something that's a bit more involved in editing, or a bit more entertaining when you're busy doing an edit. And with this flux of things, I kind of eventually got back to Camtasia every time, because it's a quick turnaround time. You can drop in your stuff. You can do closed captions at the bottom if you're doing all that sort of stuff. But if I wanted to do a text-to-speech thing, I've got a lifetime package that I got through AppSumo that I go and do my text-to-speech, etc. Now looking at CapCut, I've discovered, and I might be late on the block with this, but CapCut you find on the mobile device, as I said. Then there's a CapCut. If you go to their site, this is it. CapCut that works in your browser, so it's online software. It's in the cloud, and you get, it is 1 gigabyte of storage, and I'm not yet sure whether you could link any of your other storage to it, but this is available as a browser thing, and in addition to that, it's available as a desktop application. Now I'm on Windows, and I thought, oh, this is awesome. The beauty of it is that the applications don't look totally different on the different platforms. It's pretty much the same, but the feature set is so exciting. Now I know I'm getting a bit overwhelmed with it, but it's because I could do some text-to-speech where I type in the text, and the voices that I use are quite incredible. I've got a whole text-to-speech cloud-based AI thing that I've also got lifetime deals. So I get all of these things because I want to put it together for purposes. But CapCut has just blown me away. So I'm not going to show you the browser version, because it pretty much looks like the desktop version. And most of you can go onto the App Store and download the app onto your device and work with it there. But again, for me to be fiddling with small things like this does become a bit annoying for me. And that's why I never really ventured down there. And there was things like InShot and all the other applications. I am very impressed with these guys. So the company that makes CapCut, the mother company of CapCut is the same mother company of TikTok. And I realize they probably have a strategy in that they're making this available because then they can enhance creative things on the platform. But you don't have to use it on TikTok only. It's an editor, full-on editor, and it's in version kind of 1. So I don't know if they ever will monetize it, but the package comes, no watermarks, no limitations on what you could do. Of course, if you're in the cloud, there will be a limitation because they can't offer unlimited cloud storage. But the desktop version is the one that appeals to me. So I'm going to go through that. And what I'm going to show you is very high level of the different features. So it might be a slightly sort of extended video, but while I'm so excited about it, I think it's worthwhile going through it. So let's have a peek at that. I'm going to open up the desktop version. And it's a matter of going to the site and downloading it there. I just went to the site, can't even remember where I clicked on, but then I registered. I used my TikTok account to register in. But the first time I registered, I did it with my Gmail account, the usual, but it's the same account I use on TikTok in any case. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so this is the application desktop version. You can see it has the same simplicity like the mobile application. One thing that I'd love to mention here is I had a challenge with somebody doing some video work and gave me .mov files that was shot on the Blackmagic camera. And when I brought it in, I was struggling to bring it into applications to do the conversions, and it would take forever to do so. The other thing is I used a open source package. What is it called? Let me just see if it's here. See if this thing will pop up. Lossless cut. Okay, so I was using lossless cut to kind of snip off the area. So this was like a 2-hour video, and I needed to take a piece out and do the edit there. So to be able to do that, I put an in and out point, but I wasn't able to pop that out of the .mov file and turn it into an MP4. I had to use the MKV format and then convert from MKV to MP4. So with a lot of format issues, with this application, I brought the MOV in, did the edit, although it's not like lossless cut that does it almost instantaneously, but the render is quite fast, and it does it into MP4 from MOV. So it seems to be MOV and MP4, the two formats that it focuses on. So this is the project. I was working with something here. I'm going to just delete this and start kind of quite new. Okay, are we ready for it? Yeah, let's go. So let's see, we start creating a project. There we go. Let's see what this is. Turn on free layer to modify relationship between tracks. Okay, maybe I should turn this on. I'm not too sure even how to turn it on. I think we'll leave it for now. But let's have a look here. I'm going to open up a piece of media and then go through these tabs on top, and you're going to see how they function together. So if you're somebody like me who does videos for YouTube, or even a little production video, I would say if you're going to do the major color grading stuff, this thing can handle LUTs and all that. But if you're going to do the major things, then you want to stick to the Resolves, the DaVinci Resolves, because those are pro tools. They're really next level. And DaVinci's got all of these things built into it also. It's got a edit suite, it's got the sound suite, everything. So this is for creators of media. If you want to do video editing, this is the place to come into if you're just a YouTube person like myself. Okay, let's go. So I am going to just go across. I'm not exactly sure which video I'm going to hit onto here. Let's just go and see videos. I think, okay, I'm going to do this one here. Okay. Can you see how quick that comes in? And if I click here, it's going to add it to the track. Let's see, there we go. Either that, or I'm going to delete that, or I can just drag it down over here and let go of it. It will move into place. Now, these edits here at the bottom, we'll get to this bar here. Starting on the left first, you have the normal splice, and it's the standard tools that you use. So you're going to do Control B to split it over there. Okay, and the fact that it's snapping back, it's these settings here, so you can enable or disable that. You just go Control. See, the other thing is also when you want to split the audio from your video track. Now in Camtasia, they allow you that, you split it, but if I want to put it back again, I can't do it, and this one does it nicely. So if I go right click and I say separate audio, there we have it there. However, I can click here and I can go and I can say recover audio. I'm struggling to say recover audio. But the only thing I notice here is that if it does recover it, you see it brings it back, but it leaves a copy here. which might be a good point, because if you want to pull it out here, you can set it back here and you can use this for other modifications that you want to do on the track. But then I just delete that and the audio will still be there. So let me see if I can hear this. I'm not sure if you're going to hear anything there now, because I don't want the things to be feeding back over here. Okay, so that's how we bring the video in. Right click on that and you have a few of the edits, the conventional edits here. But the other thing also that's nice is the context menu. So if I'm selecting here, you have a context menu that comes up here as it relates to this area. But let's just go here again. This is going to be undo, the cut tool where you split the video clip. That's for delete. That's for freeze. Again, these are familiar things that you'd have on most video editors. That's for reverse. This is mirror. Mirror is quite essential for people who do the videos on their phones. Often you'll see that everything is flipped around. So this is a nice feature just to flip it so that it reads correctly when people are viewing it. This one is to rotate, so you can rotate the image. That one is to crop. Okay, and I'm not going to go through that because that will take up unnecessary time. Here again is record, where you can do a voiceover or add some additional things on here. So if I press that, you're going to see it comes up with the record. You can choose your devices, etc. Nice features here also, echo reduction. So if there's any sort of feedback, that's what's going to be able to manage that. Mute project sounds in all clips will be turned off after mute project turned on. Okay, so that's when you can do a narration over or voice over or add another clip as you go on. Okay, when we get here, if you hover over it, you'll see what it says there. It is turn off the main track magnet. That means it's, if I do this and I move it, it's not going to hop back to the start. If I switch that back on, it will just stick. So if I remove it, it's almost like ripple edit. If I cut out a piece, it's just going to join together. Turn default snapping, that is linkages, and this is turn on preview axis. Okay, so if you click there, not too sure what that does exactly yet. Okay, so that's the zoom in, zoom out story. Okay, let's put it at that. Okay, so that's that bar on top, and that's of course the button to click. Here on the side here, you can do the mute of the audio when you're working. And then this cover portion, you can go in and take a frame grab here or add an image of your own that creates a start cover part for your video. Now that is sort of what they use on mobile devices, because you're not going to edit in an intro and all that. So it is part of this here. You could decide whether you want to use it or not. Okay, so those high level, that's what that is all about over there. What I'm going to do now is we're on media. So if I select, if I'm off here, you'll see this changes. If I click on here, then it context over here. Look at this. This is basic. That is cutout. That's mask and canvas. So canvas would be the background to this if I made this image a little bit smaller. But the basic would be the position and size. So when we go in there, you can size it accordingly. So if I do it smaller, that's where canvas comes in. I can go to canvas and maybe choose a color in there. Okay, so you see how that part comes into play over there. So position here is another really cool thing. This is what DaVinci does. This is for keyframes. So I could scale at this point here. I could start the thing and then I move it to the next point and I maybe zoom in and it automatically will add another keyframe, or I could add it manually. So if I play it now, this is what's going to happen. It will go, if I select this and press the space bar, there we're going. Oh, this is, wait, let's just see where I am here. Did I make that adjustment? Oh, it's probably going to go very slow. I'm going to just see if I can get to this keyframe. Maybe just make another keyframe over here and make it large, and we can see the effect much quicker. So that's the keyframe. So I put another keyframe over here that is big. You can see how it's functioning here. Okay, so that's for creating keyframes, and then you could do your selections. Same thing would be here if I create a keyframe here, and maybe just a little bit forward on that. I am going to create a maybe move it. What's this? Minus 200. Okay, so it's moved across. So if I play this, you'll see it. I think you understand the keyframe story. It's just that you can initiate it here, and you can have all your keyframe setups where the image will be resized or rotated or moved X and Y axis as such. Okay, and then here you can go and you reset everything. That's to reset all of that over there. Okay, and then you can do overall keyframing and then fiddle with this. The blend mode's really cool. This blend mode is like in any editing software where you have different layers, and you can have the normal layer, you can have a multiply layer, etc. If I click here, you'll see all those conventional blend modes that we have, modes, not molds. Okay, stabilizer, built-in stabilizer, facial beauty. Now this is quite interesting. If you go facial beauty, this one is a bit too far away. Maybe I should scale it in, and let's see if we can pull it down here. I know it's not too clear there. Let's see quality. Okay, we're going to try there because I'm zooming quite fine. But if we go with facial, can you see what it does there? And if I go and I make the skin even more smoother, you can see that effect. If the image was bigger and closer up, you'd see it. Look here, you can manage the eyes, the face, brighten the face. It is incredible. And this is our video. Look at that. You could also, let me just reset this. You could also go and modify the body. If you click on body here, make the body more slim. If we go here, can you see that? it's really, it's like a package of a whole lot of stuff just thrown in here. I mean, you've got this modification of all of these features. Now, I know some people who have been using CapCut will say, oh, that's normal, but having it on my big monitor and being able to work with like this is really superb. Okay, so with that there, if we go to cutout, now there's chroma key. Then here's the other really cool thing. It's auto cutout, which means it does background removal even though you don't have chroma key. Now, it might not be the total perfect thing, but in a lot of situations, that will be awesome. So it will just do automatic cutting out of whatever person or object is in there. Mostly with people in it will do the cutout there. Or if you have chroma key, you can do that. And then masking, I mean, the usual mask thing, you could do the masking, and as it plays there, you see functions there. Okay, really just incredible. And like I said, the canvas story is, if we move this to the side, you can see that that is the canvas in the background that one can utilize there. And there's many more features that you can go in. I'm just touching the top level so you can see what's going for what there. Okay, let me just make sure I'm back on media there. Then with the selection we have, because there's an audio embedded in the video side, you have the different features like to fade in order, fade out, noise reduction. If you go into noise reduction, that will do it mostly for conventional things. At the moment, I'm not sure if there's any parameters like thresholds and all that, but it works quite well. Then here's the voice effect. So if there's voices talking here, you'll notice these ones with a little drop-down arrow, they're still not downloaded. The others are. You can create echo, reverb, robotic, deep sounds. That would work basically when you have human voices. Then it just functions much better. Not on music, because you don't want to have chipmunk music playing. But check this out. It's voice effects that you put on there, and then you just drag it on there and the parameters will come up here. Speed, again, this is if you want to play the timeline much faster, you've got control over that. If you want to make the duration of the clip shorter or longer, you can manually type it in there. Okay, and then this is, let's see, this is where you introduce curves for the effect to hit in. So if you want to speed the video up, you can use this as a curve, as a montage, and then you have these nodes that you can, so that when it does the effect, it does it very smoothly, like a sine wave or so. I mean, you know, what more can you ask for there? So that's on the speed. Now animations, yet again, this is what I thought with CapCut and those sort of stuff. You have all these blocks, and it's like when it was on the phone, it's like, you know, you've got 101 of these stuff. You know, do you use them all? But having them on this interface now, you can check where they are. And this is for animation. So if I come here, let me just move here, and I'm going to go Control B to split it here. And I'm going to do just a fade in. Oh, I haven't downloaded yet. Let me just click it there. Oh, the nice thing also that it just, when you click on it, it shows you what it will look like over here. So I can drag that down. Let's see. Am I doing it correctly? Okay, let me just go here. Okay, performance tips. I think it's because I've got a lot of other stuff running. Ah, okay. So if I've got at the edge here, that is for in. Okay, so if I'm at the beginning of this clip, if I grab this clip and I click a effect, it will go to the in part of it where the the clip starts. That will be where the clip ends, wherever it is. So if I come here and I go Control B and I select this and I use the out, say rotate out, what will happen is here, when it comes to the end part, it should do a rotate out there for me. Let's see. Okay. My poor PC taking a bit of strain there. Let's just see if he flips. Okay, don't remind me. There we go. You saw the little flip there. So you're in and out, and the combo is, if you want this to happen, usually the combo is what happens in and out and the in between thing, but you can experiment with that. So that's for animations. Adjustments again, so let me just take these sections, delete this, just work with this section here. So here again, if we're coming to adjustments, we have basic, which is LUTs we can load in here. I don't have any LUTs. You can just load the LUTs to get your color grading, or you just do your temperature here. You can see that. You can move temperature, use saturation, and a host of things down here. Also your sharpening you can get here. Vignette. Okay. So this is really, really cool. It's all the basic adjustments that I would need, you know, if it comes to sort of a minor form of color grading. I think this is just cool. And here again, everything is keyframed. You can keyframe every single thing of it. I mean, this is free. This is like, it's almost like heaven because it's got all these features in. And the nice thing is, if you don't have your PC with you, you know, and you've got a project that you're working on, you can just log into the cloud and do the work there. Okay, I'm going to try my best not to stall too much on each of these, but there on top, that everything that you saw there was kind of related to media. Here we have audio, and these are audio tracks here. If you go down here, there's hundreds of them, and they nice here in filtered through different genres and different styles. And all you do is you can download it, drag it on there, play it, and then of course the fade in, fade out, all that work relative or relevant to the particular clip that you're using. That's on audio. Text, this is something that I would like to sort of, let me just check the audio if there's anything that that's music. Oh, sound effects. And then here, TikTok, you can go in and here they'll have to link with your account and it will pull things through here. but sound effects are all over here. Crowd sounds or background sounds, shrieking witch, monster laugh. All these effects are part of this process. Okay, so if you're on your desktop, you're going to have to, if you want to access it, you've got to have internet connection to download it first. Once it's downloaded, then of course you don't need the internet connection. This next one is so mind-blowing. If you look here, this is default text. Now I'm going to just drag this down here. It is very tiny, and I'm going to, to do this thing, I press Control and scroll with the mouse button, and it will get me in there. So this is my default text layer, and I'm going to just say, hi there. This is the incredible CapCut. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just make the text a bit smaller so it can appear on the screen. So if you were using it to do like an overlay thing like this, that's probably how you do it, and you can adjust it. And then again, when you select it here, now you have all these other things like fonts, font sizes, modifications, rotation, size, and everything is keyframed. Blend modes, shadow, border, really powerful here. And then you also have, besides basic, you have like little bubble callouts, and then you have effects, like you could put this into that art effects, whole lot of stuff there. So it's not kind of place that I find myself going to a lot, these different art effects, but it's all over there. Okay, so when we're on here now, we're here by the text section over here. But in addition to that, if we look here, we're going to go to effects. It's what we saw on that side, and they have it like related to what's trending and so forth. And then text templates, all of these, you can get social media ones, little call out stuff, really, really, really cool. I must stop saying really, really cool because it's blowing my mind, because it's all of these things and it's totally free. Okay, so auto captions, that would be that if you've got a video with audio on speaking, it will be able to extract the captions for you and do sort of CC captions, closed captions for you. And local captions, I haven't checked this. Oh, this is also great. I didn't even see this earlier on. But this is when you import like a SRT file. There's a program. Let me see if I have it close by. It's, let me just maybe go there. This will be worth it. Here's it here, Subtitle Edit. It's an open source program. You can just search for Subtitle Edit. What it does is it can bring in, it's got that kind of old DOS look here, but you open up a SRT file. I'm going to do that a bit later. You open up a SRT file, and then you could even use the auto-translate to translate it into different languages. It's like SRT, which is the closed captions. It's a masterful program. It's way above my knowledge base. What I use this for is I've got Neuter, which is a AI program. Put the video in there, it pulls out, creates closed captions. I do my editing, export that SRT file, I bring it in here, and then I can use it to generate other languages. So it will do auto-translate. It uses the Google engine. This program references that, and you can load any other translate engine in the background if you know how to do that. But this SRT is a worthwhile thing. So CapCut now, if I look at this here, you'd be able to do that where you pull in that SRT file, and it will, based on the time code, it will put the subtitles there. Okay, so there was other thing that I wanted to show you. Okay, let's leave it on add text. When you have this text, check this out. You have captions that is alive. Remember, it's context related. So if I'm selecting here and there's menus up there, it can apply to that. So if I go to animations, it will give me the ability to do animations. For example, this text, if I go and it's the in part, okay, as you realize, I'm tempted to every time drag it onto the start part like I do with Vegas, but you select in and you select out, and that's how it will function. So if I pull it here and we run through it, you'll see it will do whatever the effect is on the text. So it uses that effect, or many of the others you can add to it. In, out, and loop. Loop will be what is in the middle. So it will come in a way and it will loop. Maybe it bounces, and then you have an exit over there. This is what I think is cool. Now I've got our AI program that does this for me. So I do it there and then bring it in here. Check this out. There's even one that sings. Now, hopefully, man, I hope that this thing is playing through, because I want you to hear. Let me just check my audio. That's my speaker. It should be recording on there. Okay, so if it doesn't, my apology. But this thing does text to speech, and these voices are really, really good. Like I said, I've got applications that do this as a dedicated thing, and hundreds of voices, but you've got to find one with a good nuance. But just listen to this. Let's choose serious female. I'm going to just put the earphones on. Maybe I can hear it, yeah?
Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut.
Okay, you hear that? Yeah, confident male.
Hi there everyone, this is the incredible CapCut.
Okay, let's hear Charlie.
Hi there everyone, this is the incredible CapCut.
Now, depending, I mean, it's just a short set of words, but the intonation and everything is quite unique. If you phrase it, put the commas in the right place, it is a real, and this is all part of the thing. Check this one out. This is a female singing. Listen here.
Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut. Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut.
I said everybody. You're just going to say everybody. Everyone. You know what they're singing? I didn't initially pick it up, but they're singing these words. Listen to it. It's hi everybody. It is. Check it out.
Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut. Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut.
It's singing those words. Oh man. Okay, do a last one there. Let's just see.
Hi there, everyone. This is the incredible CapCut.
Okay, so we literally have, when I say literally, my daughter says, isn't it figuratively? She jokes with me, but we have a text-to-speech engine built into this. You could get the closed captions and generate text-to-speech as the voiceover, all in the same application. And it's free. Okay, stickers. I'm not going to go through that. There's all these stickers that are here. Effects. Here again, let me just see if it's just those effects. So these are the effects that it has. You can get hold of them and try them on all. Maybe just pull down. I think this one is, let me just do a split here and just pull this down. Okay, I think here with the effects, you've got to pull it down onto the line, and there you have the settings. Check that out. Nice little fire sparks going. And you can make the sparks go faster, I assume. Yeah, or the sparks go slower. Okay, so that's all these effects. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I think people who have been using CapCut on a mobile device know about all these effects. It just gets more exciting when you're sitting in front of a big screen. Transitions, okay, that says it for itself. There's all the transitions, and they're in categories. So that's the transitions that will happen between an A and a B, you know, if you have a split over there. Filters, here again, I'm going to just cut a piece here. Let's just do this, Control B, select this area, and what filter am I going to try? I don't know what this is all about, but one day, there it's put the filter over. Okay, so it's added like a kind of very extremely warm. Let me go Control Z there. Let's try this one here, Amber. Okay, and then you have a bit of a strength of the effect, or what is this, the strength of the filters. And then finally, the adjustment. So this is, if I go onto this one, and let me see, did I have a split here? Oh, the one thing that I want to mention is with the filters, if you look at it, it's non-destructive, so the filter is on top here. So you can still modify it. It doesn't add it as a destructive effect and burn it into the video itself. It's just got a layer on there with the effect, which is neat, to say the least. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go with adjustments now. Let's see what we've got with this. I'm going to just cut a little piece here so we can keep focus on this piece. So if I had to add any adjustments here, I'll take that. Let's see. I'm so used to throwing it on there, but we'll put it above and maybe just extend it here. So what is this adjustment? Here's all the things here, which is similar to what we had with the video previously. Yeah, I think we've been here before. This is adjustment layer. Yeah. Okay, this is just a repeat of that. If you want to add it in this point, you can add a bit of lightness, sharpen a bit, do a bit of fade. Nice, man, nice, nice. Temperature, warm it up a little bit. And it's so responsive. My visuals are jerking a little bit, but that's because I'm busy screen recording, and without the screen recording, this thing really runs fluently. Okay, final part of this deal, and I know I have probably skipped a lot of stuff here when it comes even to our preferences, the global settings and everything. I'm going to just go to export, just to give you an idea here. Can name the file, place to put it, and here if you look here, video exporting. Here we've got resolution, can go up to 4K, bit rate, customized, which is important, higher, and then general presets there. And here's your codecs, and this is what I was speaking about. HEVC, this is the codec that I think the Apple platforms, they utilize these, what do you call it? And I think, I'm going to be probably just thumb sucking here, but I think the HEVC is more related to H.265. But I'm not going to put my head in the block for that. And here we see the MP4 and the MOV formats, and then the frame rates. Okay, so there we have the conventional stuff there. And here the cover, if I had added a cover like I showed you earlier on in front, I could say don't put that cover in when you render it, or do put it in. And then it gives you the approximate times here, and then export your file. You can see here it says remove watermark. If you decide to leave the watermark in there, CapCut, and you want to do that, it's up to you. But remove watermark and you can generate it there. That's it, folk. I don't even know what the shortcut thing is all about. Oh, it's all the shortcut keys. I'm going to have a look at that and see how that all works together. But if I have to say, I'm thrilled with this. I have a very short tolerance level for programs that I use, and then it becomes a bit difficult to do one or two things. It's almost like these packages are put down and then it works nicely, and then one little basic thing, maybe like splicing or dragging a thing, it just works funny. And I know that you've got to learn how to use things in different applications, but it needs to be, to a certain extent, intuitive. And when that frustrates me, I basically just delete the app and I move on. So for me to stop here with CapCut means a lot. The fact that I'm quite pleased with just when I opened it up, how it felt well. So I probably will do maybe, maybe highlights of thing in a very shorter video once I've spent quite a bit of time with it. What I've spoken to you now about is probably after I opened this software for an hour, just looking at it. I just wanted to get what the features were all about before I made this video. But I'm quite excited, so hopefully you get excited also. So have a blessed day, have a fantastic day, and shalom to you all.